Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Friday.
Yes.
Oh, daylight savings time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
We can talk about that later.
Okay.
So, episode 10, The Go Show.
The Go Show. I even wrote it there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. We have some cool stuff for you. We learned a lot this week, and we're reminded that that's something that agents maybe struggle with, or definitely struggle with, is social media. And I'm one of those. You know, the big joke has always been, you know, I'm in my 50s, and there are a lot of agents between the ages of 40 and 60 or even older that all of a sudden in the last 2 decades, social media has taken over the world, and as we know, and then so people started utilizing it to help them with their business and marketing. And so most of us sit around going, what do I do? And then you have people like Leah who train people what to do. But I can't tell you how many new agents come in our office and they're coming from another industry, maybe getting out of teaching, and they're like, what? I got to market on Facebook. I don't know how to do that.
What is it?
I barely set up my account so I can see my grandkids, and now you want me to boost ads and all that stuff. So we thought we would use that as a topic today and get into a little bit of from the guru herself, maybe just some basic principles on what we should be doing. And we came up with some questions. Mainly questions that I have that you can answer for me.
I was wondering where they came from.
Because I guess I'm just so stubborn about it, but I've asked you the same questions probably 10 times. And so let's get it on tape, and that way I can reference back next time I'm about to ask you.
Back. Episode 10.
Episode 10. Go to episode 10, and you can find the answer.
Yes.
So let's talk first about, let's say I'm an agent. I mean, I'm an entrepreneur in any business, and I want to market myself to the Facebook world.
Okay.
So there are a couple different kind of Facebooks. I can have just a normal personal page, which is what I have, and then I can create a business page, which I did. And you see a lot of businesses doing that. A lot of realtors will have. You'll notice that you're friends with John Smith, and then you see John Smith Realtor, and it asks you to like or follow that page. You're like, well, I'm already friends with him, but it's it's like a business page, right? And then I've seen lately that there's my friends, their only page they have is something I can follow. And when it says underneath, like their description of who of who they are, they're what you would call influencer or something. So can you help us navigate that a little bit?
Yes, I can. And I apologize for my voice going out, but we do have some slides that have the meanings as to what those are. So producer Karen will put those slides up, and you can read those.
Oh, good.
So you can learn.
Okay. Social media influencer. A social media influencer is a user on social media who has established credibility in a specific industry. These content creators have access to a large audience and can share information to persuade others through their authenticity and reach.
Yes. So social media influencer, you need to obviously have a large following. Most of the time, they are verified. So if you see the blue check mark beside them, they are accredited. They're getting paid on Facebook through ads or sponsorships. But you don't have to, you don't have to have that either. You can just have a large influence and switch your account over to a content creator or an influencer status.
Define large influence.
3,000?
That just
or more?
Like friends?
Yes, friends.
So I recently had I probably had 3,000 to 4,000 friends.
You got deleted.
And I got deleted from Facebook.
Hmm.
It's been quite a journey.
That's
and
sad.
So I'm rebuilding my Facebook.
Yeah.
And I probably have 500 now.
Right.
So I can't influence yet.
Yeah, but I'm going to show you a way to quickly get that up. If you want friends and followers really fast, I have this little hack that you can do.
All right.
Okay.
We can talk about that.
All right. So let's go to the next one, which is the business one. Go ahead and go read that.
Business. Okay. A Facebook business page is a public social media profile designed for commercial organizations. Like a personal Facebook account, Facebook business pages allow you to make connections online. Brands use their Facebook pages to promote products and services through links, status updates, photos, and videos.
Which is what most of us have. So most of us do have a Facebook business page. You should have a business page.
Okay.
The reason for that is because you need to have your IABS linked as an agent. You need to have your IABS linked to this or one click away. And you also want it so you can see your insights. Because on a personal page, if you're posting all of your real estate stuff, you can't see the insights. So you can't see what your followers are liking. You can see likes, but you can't see the actual insights, which is behind the scenes.
Gotcha. Okay. So, and we all know what a personal page is.
Yes.
So, but I have a question. If I was going,
that's your personal page, yes.
Oh yes. Well,
Sorry.
we all know what
Go
that is.
ahead.
The type of account this type of account offers privacy settings that allow users to control who can view their content. So that's a difference. If you have a business page, you don't have to like people.
Right.
Okay. From posting or accept their invitation.
Yes.
From posting stories to engaging with followers through DMs, personal accounts are perfect for those seeking a more private, intimate social media experience. Yes. And I can understand that. If you're a grandpa, and you just want to see pictures of your kids, grandkids, and you want to lock it down to where you have to invite people. You already know you've got your sphere that you want there, and you're not trying to get pummeled by ads or people trying to be your friend requests that you don't know. It's kind of weird because when you become a realtor and you start trying to add people to your account, and I've run into this having to rebuild an account. There are people who you are not they've set their security such that you can't even invite them to be your friend. Because they don't even want people asking to be their friend. Right. If they want to be your friend, they'll come find you.
Exactly. Private people.
Yeah. And then also one of the things I've learned is that when I go to and ask someone, if I see someone as a suggested friend, I go, oh yeah, I used to be friends with that person. Let me add them back because I'm rebuilding. And it'll say, you can't invite this person because you have to know them or know people who know them. And it's so there's probably 100 people that I know really well. That Facebook thinks I don't know them because I'm so new. Right. I haven't established some.
Because too many spam accounts happen, and Facebook is being protective of that.
I get that, and I understand.
But it's frustrating.
It's the same with Marketplace, like I told you. I ran one Marketplace ad the first day that I opened my new Facebook page.
Which I'm surprised they even let you.
Yeah, you were saying that. And they let me, and they approved the ad, and then I got shut down from Marketplace for like a week.
Shut down.
It was terrible, and so I couldn't get on there at all.
Right.
And so then I yesterday, once that time passed, the 7 days passed, I checked it and I was able to get in. And then the next time I tried to click on an ad, somebody posted a house or something, and I clicked on it, it wouldn't let me in. So it's still kind of figuring out whether I'm allowed, whether they trust me or not.
Real or not.
So I guess that's good because if you have bots creating pages to try to market to people on Facebook that aren't real, then they're going to stop a lot of that.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so that gives us an idea of what each of those account. And I think if you're watching this, that where you fit in that category. So I have Todd Revis page. I have the Revis Brothers Realty Group. I also have a couple other pages, like a new home page, New Home New Braunfels page, and a first time buyer page, things like that I've created over the years. Right. I haven't really done much with them, but they're business pages. So if I was going to, this is one of my questions that I ask you about once a year and don't remember the answer because I don't do it enough. Okay. But if let's say I shot a video at a model home and I wanted to promote it. Okay. And so I might put it up on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, and then take that link and put it on business or personal?
Business. You should put it on your business page, let it load. Of course, it has to load and go through the steps. Then you should go back to your personal page, go search for your business page. Don't switch over. Go search for your business page, find that post, and then share it. And when you click share, it'll go to your personal page. Yes. So because when you're sharing from your business page to, which you should not just share to your personal page. You should share personal page. You should share it to groups. You should share it to your other pages you have. Like, share, because then the insights are going to be a lot more helpful when you're sharing it from there.
Got you. Then you can track it. And
right.
And the more pages you share it on, more chances it gets looked at, clicked on.
Right. Yes. And then you're going to see who your clients want to see, which is basically what the content you're putting on.
Yeah, who your friends want to see.
Yeah, who your friends. Yeah.
Because I know I speak for a lot of 53-year-old realtors that don't necessarily want to. I don't think I'm getting a lot of clients on Facebook. I don't think when I post an open house, or if I post, a just a funny real estate story or something just for content,
right,
I'm not expecting a lead to come from that, like a literal one-for-one lead.
Right.
And I heard somebody recently, I think it was Melinda Barth, said it's more of an indirect, like tap on the shoulder to your sphere, to your SOI, that, hey, look at me, I'm still in real estate. Hey, look at me, So I think that's more important. It's just to have a presence, so that when every once in a while somebody thinks, well, oh yeah, Todd does real estate. Well, I need to sell my house, so I'm going to call him. Or you should tell the next door neighbor Jim to call Todd because we like Todd and he helped us. So
she said, make it fun.
Yeah.
And your content needs to be either educational, informational, or funny. Those are the top 3 things to post about. So it doesn't necessarily have to be the home. It could be you in the bathtub. We've seen a lot of agents doing that, and it's funny, but it's also informational if you're talking about the community, and then educational could be bringing the lender in, talking about how to get financing for the home.
Yeah, because you're presenting yourself as an expert, at least.
Right.
You and I and some of the staff went to Phoenix Saloon, and we watched. Remember, we watched Jason Barth and a few other agents.
Realtor panel.
It was a realtor panel, right? And so they took some guys that are really rocking it and asked them questions so that the rest of us could learn.
Yes.
And they talked about social media. And one of the things Jason said, and I'm going to try to quote it because you didn't write it
down. Producer Karen does have that for us.
Oh, she does?
Yes, right there.
See, we do our research. All right, thank you, Karen. So he emphasized that reputation, or it's almost right. Okay, so he emphasized branding.
Yes.
Repetition.
And
reputation, right?
Yeah.
So reputation is your spin on that, which is, it's all about they need to like you before they're gonna use you. So
no, like and trust you.
And we learned this from one of the other panelists, Laurie, that man, if millennials and Gen Z, I suppose, younger people have really grown accustomed to reviews, looking at reviews, seeing what other people say about you. She asked, have you ever gone out of town and you ask somebody for a recommendation on a restaurant? They tell you the restaurant name, you look it up and you see what Yelp says, or you see what Google says about it. You can see a quick look at their menu and their pricing and where to find it and all that stuff. That's all available. And some people use that religiously, like a map, on whether or not they're going to do it. So you can bet, no matter who you are, if somebody recommends you to somebody under the age of 45, 43, then they're probably going to Google you, or they're going to get on social media, try to find you and watch you. And we were talking yesterday about, like, if, let's say I'm I don't know, huge Longhorn fan, which I am. And if every post on my, I love the Texas Longhorns. Yeah. So if every post on my page was how much I love the Longhorns and maybe how much I hate the other teams, and I'm really dogging out and arguing with people about it. I mean, there's some people that are that fanatical about it.
Right.
It might turn somebody off. What if they went to A&M?
Right.
What if they went to another school? Or what if they just don't really care that much about that? And they're like, well, this guy, all he cares about is sports. So that's my brand, right? That's the reputation I've created online, is that I'm an insanely fanatic Longhorn fan. And if you even get into my space, you're going to know that, and I'm going to hammer you down on it, and I'm going to push you against the wall and ask you if you like the long arms too. Take that as more of like a metaphor for politics, religion, for anything that you're excited about that maybe not everybody in the world is as excited about you,
Right.
and just balance that out and make sure, because I was told a long time ago doing door-to-door sales, if you would never wear a Cowboys hat or a Houston hat or a Yankees hat or an Astros hat when you're walking door to door, because you might stumble upon the opposite fan, and immediately you've set yourself back a little bit. You've got to overcome that. It's just an interesting thought. So I try to be pretty non-intense about things I believe in. Yeah, I believe in certain things, and I love certain teams, and I have a political opinion, but I don't feel like Facebook is a good place for that for me if I'm in sales and I'm trying to build a business. If they ask me personally, and I've had that happen, then I'll tell them what I think. I'll tell them the truth. I'm not going to not tell them the truth just to get a sale.
Right.
But I'm not going to lead with that. And so when Jason talks about branding, when they first go see you on Facebook, what do they see? That's your brand. And if they see, wow, this guy eats, sleeps, drinks real estate, he knows land, he knows new homes, he knows resales, he's got a lot of really cool listings, he has fun, he's funny, seems like the kind of guy
that could have
kids, a wife, loves music, loves to eat, loves to cook,
golf,
seems to laugh a lot.
Yeah,
that's the kind of person I think I would like to do business with.
Right.
I would let them drive me around for a couple of weeks looking for houses or whatever. So some of these people that are checking you out online might not be from here. They may be coming in from out of town.
Yes.
So that brings us to you were talking about content. We were talking about content. 80-20 rule is something I used to hear about. They say 80% personal, 20% business. So that way, and that goes right in hand what we're talking about, building your profile or your brand, your reputation as a person who has kids and is involved in community events and is just a nice person and likes to laugh and all that. That would be the 80%. Or my kids aren't they cute? My food I made for Thanksgiving isn't that cute? But then 20% is business, because I think a lot of people have it the opposite, where it's look at my new house, look at my new house, look at my new house, sold.
Yeah.
It's like all of a sudden it becomes an award show for yourself. Look at all I'm doing, and there's got to be a better blend, I think.
Yeah. I agree with both, actually.
Okay.
It's kind of weird, but
all right.
Your business is your life, especially when you're an entrepreneur. And they talked about that at the Realtor panel. And they also talked about saying no and how that can be hard and all of the things, right? But you do have to not just be completely all about business. I mean, it does have to show your life. It does have to show your personality as well, because people do need to know, like, and trust you also. So if it's you in the house and that's all you're posting, then that's fine, because you're in it. And if you don't want to share your personal life, okay. But if it's just house after house after house after house, that's probably not okay. I would definitely tweak it a little bit.
I got you.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. So I can picture what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just don't think somebody like me is not going to drive most of their leads from what I post on Facebook.
But somebody like me does. And we're 10-year age difference?
Yeah.
Not that much, not that big of a deal. But primarily, I would say 90% of my business comes from leads on Facebook.
Really?
On Facebook. However, it is about relationships. So I'm not saying, I guess that's another question is, which that's the title of our show. So do you need social media to be in real estate, to be a successful realtor? No, you don't. But you can do it all, door knocking and cold calling and pop-bys, and all of that is great. But what if you had the social media exposure? You would just be that much more better. So I'm definitely not saying yes or no.
Yeah. It's not the only thing you need either.
Right.
That's the emphasis there I heard you say was it can't be all you do, because you still have to do some of those other things like calling your sphere and figuring out a follow-up system and
right.
And maybe cold calling, maybe door knocking, maybe doing open houses, maybe
all the things, dollar productive activities that you need to do. But social media is a part of that too. And if you're not doing it, start doing it and see what the difference is. Try something new. We have a question. Oh, do we have a question or a comment? What is you switched me to Aggie for your social followers increased by 90%. I heard
that
Haha.
worked out.
Thanks,
great.
Frank.
I figured that something like that would come.
I love it.
I didn't know Frank was listening. I would have made it even more intense. Yeah.
No,
No, you're right, Frank. I guess if I switch to be an Aggie, he's saying if I switch to be an Aggie, I get way more followers.
Maybe, you never know.
Yeah, but the intelligence level.
Oh, stop. Stop. That's not this show.
I know.
Okay, so I will say on the where to post. That was another question that we got on which platforms should you be posting on.
Okay, so we talked about Facebook this whole time.
Yeah, we were all over Facebook
right
just now.
So
there's other social media:
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. What else is there?
Pinterest, LinkedIn. There's Twitter. I'm not on Twitter, but there's Twitter or the X. What was it called? The X now?
It's called X.
Oh, X.
And everybody says X, formerly Twitter.
Okay.
But it's X.
There's Threads now.
Truth Social.
There's so many.
There's so many.
Yeah, but
Nextdoor.
Oh, Nextdoor.
That's
yeah.
a social component to it.
Yeah. So on that, I'm going to tell you, and I tell all of the agents that come and ask me for help, use the one that is getting you the most leads, or use the one that you are most familiar with. Use the one that you have fun trying. If you're like, I don't understand Pinterest, then don't get on it. Just pin. You don't have to use it if you don't want to, but there are several ways that you can get leads off of all of those social media platforms. I have a dear friend who loves doing informational videos on TikTok, and she is closing her number 26th closing this week, or she just closed it this week off of TikTok leads. It's March. She sold 26 houses or helped 26 clients. I don't know if those were rentals or if those were actual, resales, but 26 clients that she sold off of TikTok alone. And all she does is informational videos. So like, hey, here's the new dog park in town. Check it out. This is where you go. And it's just a video of the dog park. At the end is where she does like her Buffini speech about, I'm a realtor in the local area. Let me know if you need help finding FHA or conventional pre-approval, whatever. 26 deals. Big deal, right? So you need to know which platform is the best that you're on. I know she reposts those same videos on Facebook, but it's always TikTok that she says has gotten her the leads.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, obviously Leah teaches all this stuff. If you want to learn more,
I love social media. If you can't tell, I love it.
And you're good at it. You're consistent.
It's a struggle. I struggle with it too. I just looked at it today before we came on, and I was like, when was the last time I posted? I will say I'm not that great. Was it yesterday?
Yeah, picture your daughter.
I meant on my business page.
Oh.
Yeah, it was March 3rd. So I looked at it, but I'm not that great at making graphics. So if you're not good, or if it's taking up more of your time than it should, then outsource that out. Camille, Karen in our office, Tanya, they're all really good at making graphics. I'm the worst at it. I'm horrible at it.
No, I'm the worst.
Okay, possibly.
She's better than me.
I'm possibly a slight bit better. But I have learned to just let that go and be like, hey guys, I need this graphic.
Know what you're
know what you're good at. Or Etsy is a great store for you to purchase graphics. If you just type in real estate graphics, they've made them for you in Canva. You just download it. It's like $5. And they'll give you 30 graphics for you to use. And you just put your logo on it and your picture and then start posting those, which I call our fillers on your page. Because really, you should be posting all the time, but you should also be doing video and good content. And so if there's just something that you don't have, oh yes, Fiverr, thank you, Frank. Fiverr is a great place as well to hire someone. So if you're not great at editing videos, or if you don't have the app for that, there's just so many ways that you can overcome this.
Let me know if this is a question, an easy question.
Yeah.
Say I showed up here to your office. I'm a new agent here. I have a Facebook. I have a general following of friends and family. I've created a business page. How often should I post on that page?
Well, that's such a question. Because before, everything changes with social media. by the way, on the daily, it seems like. So we used to say post at 6 in the morning, post at 12 in the afternoon, post at 2 o'clock, post at 6 o'clock. It depends on who is in your niche and who your friends and family are that are following you. So for myself, it's a lot of moms. I help a lot of moms because I'm a mom and we just kind of connect that way. So I definitely post around 2 o'clock in the afternoon because we're all in the car line together. So I know they're looking at my stuff because they're in the car line. And that's when you can be on your phone. Not driving in the school zone, but parked in the car line. Let me correct that before people attack me. But of course, people do scroll in the morning. Usually when you get out of bed, you're on your phone checking your Facebook. I don't know why we do that. Like somebody posted something magical at midnight or something. I don't know. But it's just our habits that we have. So if you're up super early at 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning, then you can post about it because I'm sure they're going to see it once they scroll through your feed. Because most people do post around 8 to 12.
Once or twice a day?
If you're growing, so for you, if you're growing your Facebook page, yes, you need a little bit more activity on there. So at least, I would say 4 times a day. I know he's freaking out. He's already freaking out right now. If you have a following, at least once or twice a day, but then you're going to go into stories, which we haven't even talked about really.
We're not going to.
Oh, yes, we are. But stories are amazing because you can show people what you do throughout the day and then it goes away. So it doesn't stay on your post. It's only there for 24 hours. But that you would do quite a bit. Okay. So like brushing your teeth, coming to work, picking out your outfit, going to lunch, all the things as a 53-year-old man probably would not do. But for us other gals out there, I don't know, Frank might do it.
Frank, I was going to say Frank does really cool stuff where he does videos or
Frank's on a TV show now.
I know. He's like a Hollywood star.
So cool.
And he does really cool. I saw him do a video. It was a walkthrough of a house and there was words on the screen, like different captions on the screen.
Words on the screen. That was funny. Okay. All right. We're just starting today.
And I was thinking there was music playing, there's captions. He's walking through the house. I was like, man, that guy. Because I think
got it together.
He's not super young, like.
But he's not super old.
Well, he's young at heart.
Oh my goodness.
And he's also like really computer savvy.
He is. Yeah. He's very techy. So, but those are also people you look up to and that you want to
emulate.
Yeah, do more of. I don't say copy, but do it in your own way. Kind of thing.
Okay, so yes, we need social media, and
you sound so happy about it. All right, let's try it again.
Yes, we need social media.
Yes.
And if you are more confused now than when you first started watching this, call Leah. If I hope that some of this helped click something in your brain, light bulb went off, said, okay, I can do that. Bite size, I'll do that every day. And I hope it makes your business better.
We have a plan. We can do a Facebook audit for you.
Oh yeah, we talked
or
about
a social media audit.
If you just want one of us to audit your page, because I'm not necessarily good at telling you how to do your page, but I can tell you if your page is good or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see some of our agents. I'm like, we need a headshot.
Headshot. Yes. Yes.
So if you want one of us to look at it, if I can look at it and go, oh yeah, dude, you should do this. I don't see your real estate brand anywhere, or the fact that you're a realtor, it's kind of hidden. You don't want to be a secret agent. And those minor things I can help you with. If it's beyond my help, I'll send you Leah.
Just type me in the comments if you want us to take a look at that, or just send us a message. You can Facebook message us, or you could just text us. Either way. All right. Are we done on that?
Yeah, that's good. That's enough.
Are you done?
I'm full.
I knew this was going to be a lot for him today. And it was no, it wasn't my idea. It was your idea.
Well, no, it was your idea.
Oh.
You texted me during that thing and said social media.
But he was so ready for it.
I was excited because I did learn something today.
Oh, and I will give you the secret before we move on to what's happening. If you don't have a lot of followers on your business page, not personal, but business, you can ask one of your friends. So myself, I'll go do this for Todd today.
Is this the hack?
Yeah, this is the hack. On the business page, if you open up your business page and you'll find 3 dots. It is on the right-hand side. It's before the commenting section, and it says invite friends. So your friends and family can do you a favor and go and invite friends to your page. You can do 1,000 friends a day. So if you have 4,000 friends
on your business page.
Note on that, I would probably do it maybe once a week. I wouldn't do it every day, because then Facebook is like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And you don't want to get blocked, but you want to help people out. And so your friends still have to accept the request, but when it's coming from me or Todd or, they're like, oh, okay, I'll probably look at that page. So it's just a great way to join or grow your business page if you don't have a lot of people on there right now.
So that's a really nice way to, like, say you have a friend who has a coffee shop, or if you go to a coffee shop and you have a great conversation with the person that works there, they're excited about it, then you could go to their business page and invite some of your friends to like it.
And then do a video about their coffee shop and post that as your content. So yeah, and then they can do it back for you. And everybody wins. It's a great social media day.
Cool.
See?
All right. Get me excited. I might become the social media guru.
Social media king in the making. Okay, we're calming down. All right, what's happening, y'all? What's happening?
What's happening?
So, well, first off, happy International Women's Day. Shout out to the women on here.
I was just saying how much I love women and how much they should have their own day.
Yes, he said some other things too about that, but yes. So shout out to y'all.
Every day is Women's Day in my mind.
There you go. So make a post about that today. That's one thing you can do.
I told my wife the other day, if I had a penny for every time she entered my mind,
Aww.
I would have one penny.
Oh.
Because once she got in my mind, I could not
stop.
Ever.
Stop. No, you did not just say that. Oh my God, that was so cheesy. But that was so cute for Nancy, for sure. Shout out to Nancy that you put up with him all day. All right, what's happening? So, mega open house is happening.
That's such a cool thing, such a good idea.
Remax Go is having, if you see this, because you're fixing to see this all over social media.
You're fixing to see it everywhere.
March 23rd, we are having a huge office open house. So
now this is going to be a monthly thing.
Yeah.
So the first one is March 23rd. Basically, all of the agents, we're starting to get a lot of listings because it's March and it's like a switch went off and the inventory is rising. And so, so everyone who wants to in our office that has an open house, we're going to do some mass marketing for all the open houses. So it's almost like a what do you call it? Like a parade of homes, or like
back in the day when the newspaper did all the posting of the open houses, and you have to go get the paper.
So hopefully that'll mean if you're having one of those open houses that you'll get more traffic because people are seeing all the addresses and the promos for that. Now it may take a little while to get going, but we're going to start it. And it came out of a mastermind that we were having here in our office, and so I'm excited. Like, I don't know how many there are going to be, 4, 5, 6, 10.
I think it's like up to 10 almost already.
That's awesome. So it's just some free marketing, and everyone's pitching in a little bit, and it makes the pool larger, and so we can do more marketing and really help. And I think it's something that will gain momentum as we head into the spring and summer.
Yes, I'm super excited about it.
So if you're listening and you have an open house and you want to be on that open house, get in touch with one of us.
Yes.
You better hurry. Because we got to start marketing it because we want to do this thing last minute.
Deadline is today.
Right.
Because if you're doing a true open house, there's a lot of prep time in it and a lot of planning that goes in it. It's not just pick a Saturday and let's go. We have to plan this out accordingly.
Yeah. Cool. And hopefully it'll gain momentum as we go. March 10th, Sunday is Saturday at 2 a.m. is daylight savings time.
Oh.
So we're going forward, springing forward.
Do you know why we do that?
Why we do what?
Why we change the time?
I mean, this could be a long discussion, but
really,
I have a feeling it was for the farmers.
It is for the farmers.
Yeah. There are several Senate bills and several House bills and state legislature bills that are trying to go. Standard time is what we're coming out of. Daylight savings time is what we're entering into. And there are proponents for standard time year round. I want to beat them up.
Yeah.
And then there are proponents
for
daylight savings time where it stays light longer. And those are mainly economic proponents, because there is some proof out there that if you stay open, if it's light till 9 o'clock, convenience stores sell more products because more people come to the store. So people get out to spend more money when it's daylight longer, and that's when people go on vacations and do all the fun things. So I like it because I don't know, there's something about it getting dark at 5:45, 6 o'clock Central Time that sort of takes me a while to get used to it. I think our circadian rhythm takes a while to get used to the new time change, and so I'm not super looking forward to it. And I would be okay if would you be okay if daylight savings time became the permanent savings time? Became the permanent time. You want it to go back and forth, or
I want it to go back and forth. I like it. You don't?
No.
Why?
I think I'm in the majority here too, honestly, that I believe most people like summertime time.
No.
Okay.
I like it the way. I mean, I guess I've known it. I don't think I want it to change. I like it like this.
So in other words, you don't want it to stay late, dark, or stay light later.
No.
Well, you're not a golfer. See, you know, when you can play golf till 9 o'clock at night, it's really awesome.
I'm in bed at like 8:45. So no. Okay. Well, Frank's with Todd. So okay.
All right. Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
It's National Women's Day, so we'll let her have this one.
Thanks.
All right. Okay. So daylight savings time. Don't forget, it's usually a time you can send to your sphere of influence.
Industry news?
No, industry news. Yeah, coming up. So industry news, real quick. I wanted to say that. So I probably spend too much time looking at the industry news, and Frank is the same way. We both spend a lot of time reading and listening to really smart people about what's going on in the economy, and it can get overwhelming. So I was thinking about it this morning, and I was listening to some stuff. Powell he's the Fed chairman. He met with the Senate committee to let them know how things are going. He's the one that they get together. You hear about 4 times a month or 4 times a year. So they get together and either raise or lower the interest rate or keep it the same. And so he met with the Senate committee. I'm not going to get into a lot of what was talked about, but I do know that they mentioned real estate a lot more than they normally do. Because when you're looking at the economy as a whole, they're looking at how sustainable it is. How are we going into a recession? How is inflation doing? They look at jobs. They look at a lot of things. And sometimes they'll spend the whole time talking about jobs, or they'll spend the whole time talking about another industry. Well, this time, I think somebody said they mentioned real estate like 74 times. And so the senators are getting pressure from their constituents and other people that, hey, we need to figure out what's going on with housing. Rates are higher. There's not enough inventory. We're going through this change, and so we want interest rates to be lowered. And there's so much to it. I don't think interest rates are going to come down anytime soon. And I'm not talking about the 30-year fixed mortgage interest rates, but I'm talking about the Fed interest rate, which affects how much money gets poured into the economy and how robust it is. So basically, he stated that he feels like the economy right now is, with jobs and with everything, is pretty sustainable. He's happy. He doesn't feel like we're on the brink of recession, although he's quick to say we could always go into a recession, but he doesn't see the signs that that's coming soon. So that's a good thing. So he's actually happy with the economy, and everyone has their own opinion on that. But he feels like we could probably hold off another interest rate lowering for a little longer. So a lot of us that read about this stuff are hoping this year to see something come down from where it is now, the 30-year rate. But markets go up and down, and that's the way it's always been. And sometimes we have better rates, sometimes we have lower rates, sometimes we have a lot of listings, sometimes we don't have any listings, sometimes we have lots of buyers, sometimes we have no buyers. And so I want to finish this on a very positive note. And I just want to say, don't get caught up in the national news. It's not something that will affect you really, because real estate, as we know, is hyper local. Like what's happening in Navarro ISD is not what's happening on the northwest side of San Antonio.
Very true.
So it's hyper local. Our average price point in New Braunfels is not the same as San Antonio. It's not the same as Austin. It's not the same as Houston. So focus on your market and what you can do to help your market. So focus on your goals. It reminds me of that time I was driving down the street and I saw one of my competitors here. This was 11 years ago. I saw a competitor had a new listing. And my first instinct was like, why'd they get that listing?
Run the sign
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, I was kind of grumpy about it. And then I caught myself right in that moment. I was like, what am I doing? There's probably 1,000 real estate sales in this market every month. I couldn't do all those. I couldn't keep up with all that business. I would give horrible service if I was trying to spread myself that thin. So I just thought, what are my goals? At that time, I think I was saying, I'd like to sell 4 a month. Okay, then focus on your 4, not his, not
Right.
hers. Don't worry about
Focus on you.
Yeah, focus on you. So what are your goals? Lock in your daily habits, and you will sell homes. You will help people, no matter what market we're in. That's the awesome part.
Or what social media platform.
What social media
on.
platform you post on. If you focus on your goals and your daily habits. So I think you should learn something every day that will make you a better agent.
Yes.
And then you should go out there and add value to your clients. And if you do that, it doesn't matter what Chairman Powell says or what TikTok says or any politician says. Make this thing local to you.
Yes.
And say, what are my goals this month, and how can I achieve those goals this month? And then reset your goals, and then work on that. But when everything crashing around you, you can just focus on what you need to do, and it doesn't matter. Because you're going to hear people saying, "Oh, I heard real estate's in a bad place. I heard 90% of people, blah blah blah." I had a guy do that to me at a Bible study this week, and he's a young man. He said, "Why are people still doing real estate when no one's buying houses?" And that was his take. And he has no idea what's going on in real estate, right? I went under contract the next day on the house, right? So he doesn't know what he's talking about. So instead of berating him, I just said, bro, real estate's a funny thing. And if you just come show up to work every day with a good attitude, there's always going to be somebody buying and selling a house.
Yes.
So,
ooh, that's a good one. Good attitudes. Sell homes.
Just focus on being better and helping your clients and adding value and setting goals, doing daily habits, create systems, and just go through it. Did we say this last week? The goal of, actually, I think it was in the podcast we were just talking about, Jared James.
Oh.
The goal of climbing a mountain is not to get to the top.
Yeah.
The goal for climbing a mountain is the climb itself. Enjoy the climb.
Aww.
And so if you love climbing the mountain, it won't matter. You get to the top and you're there for like 10 seconds. You're like, okay, that was fun. Now let's head back down. Let's focus on the climb. Let's enjoy every moment of the climb. Who we're with, what we're doing every day. Find those things you love to do, and it won't even feel like work.
Oh, love that. Hashtag that. All right, guys. Y'all have a great Friday, and we hope to see all your social media profiles coming up there as well.
Yay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.